about. Like in this one, it's normal to see that they are talking about les oreilles, the ears, because it's evident, but this one not. That's why you have all indicated which one you're doing specifically. Okay, d'accord. Let's continue with the next one. In this case, dessinez la partie du corps qui manque et ensuite écrivez son nom. Draw the missing part of the body and then write its name. Okay, so here you can this is gonna be uh, up to you, but it's very normal to see what are they missing. They are missing some parts of the body, like in the first one they're missing the eyes. It's gonna be les yeux. Okay, then here they're missing the nose. It's gonna be le nez. Here, in this case, they are missing le menton. Here, you can see that there's so many parts that you can draw on your own, and also you can do it so pretty if you want. You can add some colors. Okay, this is up to you, but also remember that here you have what you have to do and how you can practice it. Okay, in this case, and this one we're gonna do it just to practice a bit too. Remember, you can use the chat. Encercler la partie du corps qui n'appartient pas au groupe. Circle the part of the body that does not belong to the group. Okay? So in this case, the first one we have la bouche, les lèvres, la langue, l'orteil, et les dents. That this is a new one, the teeth, les dents. We haven't seen it before. So we are going to talking here about la bouche, the mouth, the entire mouth. We have les lèvres, that were the lips. We have la langue, that was the tongue. We have l'orteil, that was something very different, doesn't belong to the mouth. So this is the one that doesn't belong here. And then we have les dents, that is going to be les okay, we have here also le visage. So we're gonna see all the words that only belong to face, le visage. Okay, so here we have le nez, la joue, les sourcils, la poitrine. Okay, so here we're gonna use this and check which one doesn't belong. We have le nez, the nose, la joue, the cheeks, les sourcils, et la poitrine. That's the incorrect one. That's the one that doesn't belong there. And we're gonna have the next one. Yes, I'm reading you, Eric, but I cannot let you talk. I'm explaining this, but that's okay. So here we have also Meow is the one talking. Sorry, we have la tête. So we're gonna see all the words that belong to the head entirely. Les cheveux, les doigts, les mentons, et la bouche. Les cheveux, we were talking about the hair. And if you were on the last class for French Mart 4, we will need to pay attention to this again. We are seeing here so many articles. So it's going to be les cheveux, and we're going to say le doigt. That is going to be the fingers. Perfect, Yvonne. Yes, perfect. It's le doigt because they're the fingers, le menton, the chin, and la bouche. They all belong to the head. But les doigts, we don't have fingers in our head, right? So again, revision from what we just came to see, and for the new ones that just joined here, remember the articles we need to pronounce them very differently when it's plural or singular. We're gonna say les lèvres, la langue, l'orteil, les dents, le visage, le nez, la joue, les sourcils, la poitrine, les cheveux, le doigt, le menton, et la bouche. When we have singular, it's le, and we will have plural, we have les, like smiling all the time. So let's keep going. And that was next to the other page. We were here, page 5, page 6, page 7, and this was also part of page 7 here. You can see on the corner on the right, you can see. Okay, so here, after seeing la page 7, we're gonna see the next part is gonna be la grammaire, the grammar, right? And this is very important, and you need to pay attention to a lot of things here because we're gonna learn these possessive adjectives, les adjectifs possessifs. So here, the key to know how everything works and which one I'm gonna use is to see how many objects do I have and how many people want to have those objects, right? Because the possessive adjectives, we're going to use it when we want to possess something, when we're going to take something, okay? So here we do have, for example, all the singular ones. We're going to have ma, ta, sa, mon, ton, son, my, your, his, her. And remember here that when we have one object, it's ma, ta, sa, and the object it's feminine, and mon, ton, son with the object it's masculine. In English, we don't make that difference, but in French it is, and it's very important. So here we have me, te, esse, when there are so many objects. For example, les fleurs, mes fleurs. This is my flowers. If I want to say only one flower, it's ma fleur. Okay? This, I'm going to type it on here. Ma fleur. Okay? And also remember from the last class too that this is how we make the plurals with the S. Okay? So here, for plural, for our, your, and their, we're gonna have notre, votre, and leur. And this is when we have only one object. Notre, votre, leur. And when we have more than one object, it's nos, vos, and leur. Okay? So all of this is we have only one object. Ma, ta, sa, mon, ton, son, notre, votre, leur. And when we have more than one option, it's going to be mes, tes, ses, nos, vos, leurs. Okay? So, okay, let's continue with the next one. À la page 8, on the page 8 here. And remplacer les articles par les adjectifs possessifs. Replace the articles with a possessive adjective. Remember here also that we're going to find an exception. And for example, when a singular noun starts with a vowel, it always takes mon, ton, son, even if it's feminine. For example, instead of saying une oreille and saying ma oreille, we're going to say mon oreille. We are always take that one, the masculine, because otherwise the words are going to match each other. We cannot say ma oreille, no. So we say mon oreille, okay? My ear. Okay, so here, for example, we have le visage, that is the face. If I want to say here, for example, my face, exactly, I'm going to say mon visage, like this. Because it's le visage and it's mine. It's one object to one person. Here we have la bouche, but it's gonna be your mouth. So here in this case, we're gonna see uh, ta bouche. Okay, ta bouche, because it's one object. Remember, it's the mouth to one person. Ta bouche. Okay, so here we also have les lèvres, his lips. We need to say that it's his lips. And this is going to be even more complicated because we have the person that is going to be ses lèvres. Here, like this. It's going to be only one person and many objects. Ses lèvres. Okay? Then we have le bras, and we need to say that it's her arm. So in this case, we're going to say son bras because it's only one object to one person. Remember, mon, ton, son, l'oreille. It's going to be your ear in this case. So you're going to say ton oreille. And for this one, that is the knees, les genoux. And if I want to say my knees, I'm going to say mes genoux. So please pay attention to this one that can be a bit confusing and complicated. Remember, we always need to check how many objects do I have and how many people are trying to take those objects, okay? So here, remember, we have le visage, mon visage, ta bouche, your mouth, ses lèvres, his lips, son bras, her arm, ton oreille, your ear, mes genoux, my knees. Okay, so let's keep going with the next one. The next part is gonna be the expressions. And here for page 9, page 9, we have how to say here is, voila. And this expression, you can use it also when you're naming the cities too, when you want to introduce another person to another one. Let's say I want to introduce Eric and Sophia. I'm gonna say, voila Sophia, voila Eric. D'accord? Okay. For example, we have here, voila mon nez. Here is my nose. Okay? And remember that you have the way of pronunciation here. Okay, so uh, for the next part, we're going to use this activity. Traduisez et utilisez l'expression voilà pour dire à qui les parties du corps appartiennent. Translate and use the expressions voilà to tell to whom the body parts belong. Okay? In this case, we're gonna say voila in my eyes, voila your elbow, voila his lips, voila her cheeks, voila my hand, voila my knees, voila his head, voila her ears. But everything in French, okay? We need to do all of that in French. So before doing this, you can go over the part of the adjective possessive. D'accord? To explain a little bit better again all of this so we can do it. We just need to add the word voilà, but we need to pay attention to this. One object is gonna be ma, ta, sa, mon, ton, son, notre, votre, leur. If there are multiple objects, we're gonna say mes, tes, ses, nos, vos, leurs. Okay? So now that we just reviewed that again, we can keep going with the expression part. And here, you're probably also doing it, practice on your own, please. Voila. And if I want to say my eyes, I'm going to say voila mes yeux. Remember that mes yeux is the plural. We say les, that's how we say only one eye, okay? Mes yeux is very important, it's both eyes, it's both of the eyes, it's plural. And here we're gonna say, sorry, for the second one, we're gonna have here, voila. Oh, sorry, it's with this one, voila. And how do we say your elbow? It's gonna be ton coude. Then we have his lips. We're gonna say again, voilà, ses lèvres, because we have multiple objects. They are the lips, it's plural. Here, for her cheeks, voilà, ses joues, because also joues, it's plural. We don't have only one cheek, we have many cheeks, okay? Voilà, ses joues. Then we have here my hand, voilà, ma main. And we have here my knees. It's gonna be voilà mes genoux. And here we do have his head. Voilà sa tête. And here we have her ears. Voilà ses oreilles. Okay, so let's check every specific case. We're just adding the word voila to say, here it is. Here you have here you can see when we want to point out something, or here we have voilà mes yeux, because it's my eyes, it's plural, the object. Voilà ton coude, it's your elbow. Voilà ses lèvres, his lips. Voilà ses joues, her cheeks. Voilà ma main, my hand. Voilà mes genoux, my knees. Voilà sa tête, his head, and voilà ses oreilles, her ears. Okay, so please again pay attention to how many objects do we have, how many people are trying to have that object, and for the parts of the face, remember that most of cases we have only one mouth. It's only for the cheeks, for les joues, les yeux, that we are going to use the plurals, and the lips too. So you can pay attention to all the parts of the face. They're going to be plural. And with that, you can see, oh, for these ones, I'm going to need to use the part with the plural objects only. Okay? So yes, before finishing this, I'm going to go ahead and go over the first part. And I'm going to pronounce again all the parts of the body. So even if you have it there, write it down. You can practice on your own. Remember, you are mute, but yes. Okay. So here, uh, les cheveux, les sourcils, l'œil, la joue, le nez, les mentons, la joue, la bouche. And here we have les lèvres, les oreilles, le visage, la peau. And for the body, we have le corps. And also remember that this word, it finishes with an S. It doesn't mean that you have many bodies. We have only one body, right? But it ends with an S. For the ones that were in the previous class, remember that we also have these words like tapis, like autobus, like this, that in the case of tapis, we're not going to pronounce the S. In the case of corp, we are not also pronounce the S, but if we need to make a plural, we're gonna need to see that and pay attention to it, okay? So here we have le corps, la tête, les yeux, la poitrine, le coude, la main, la jambe, le pied, and also remember all the difference that I'm saying, that I'm doing whenever I'm pronouncing, instead of saying les coudes, no, because that will be for plural, it's le coude, d'accord? Okay, so let's keep going with the other parts of the body. There's gonna be les épaules, and we pronounce here to make sure that we make everyone understand when they're hearing us that we're talking about the plural word. It's gonna be the S. We're going to pronounce it a lot, very very strong. Les épaules, le dos, le bras, la taille, les doigts, les genoux, les orteils. D'accord? Okay, that's so good. And also remember that you can do all these activities to practice. We have been reviewing many of them, but as you also have in all the parts the vocabulary, you can go and check. And every time you're practicing, please go and check the vocabulary, because that's what it is there for, right? Okay, so in case you have mistakes or you're missing something, um, remember to go check and to make sure that you wrote it right. Okay, you can practice to do it on your own, being like, okay, no, I'm not gonna look, I'm going to practice, I want to do it like this. But remember that afterwards you can check, and you can manage to see, um, yes, how you need to spell it right. And I know you're raising your hands, but I cannot leave everyone talk. I mean, however, we have still some time left. Of course, I would like to reply to all of you. Um, but yes, you can message me privately. You know how to message privately. In that case, I will be able to answer you, okay? Because I see William said that he has a lot of mistakes. So if you're joining for this class and for the next class, I think that will be a good idea that you can message me privately so you don't bother other people and I can see that you're practicing too, okay? That will be a good idea and a good thing to do. Otherwise, everyone gets distracted and it is very uncomfortable, right? We need to pay attention to the class. We need to let everyone reply. And sometimes if someone is making a question, maybe it's helpful for everyone. But if we start spamming things on the chat that don't make sense, we're bothering other people. So let's not do that. Okay? Okay? So today we learned a lot of things. I'm very happy to see you here. I hope I can see you the next Sunday. We're gonna go over more vocabulary, more things, more explanations. So merci beaucoup, tout le monde. Thank you very much for um, saying it here. And of course, I would like to have more time with you too. And this, remember, this is only a review of everything. You can do the activities on your own to practice. I'm just giving you some examples. That's why I am replying to the questions and replying to the activities, because later on you're gonna have so many other things too. So this is just so you see it as an example. And of course, again, very happy to see you all here, and I hope I can see you the next weekend. So yes, au revoir, merci beaucoup, au revoir.